Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday on Your View. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello.
It's a brand new month.
It's a new month. That's true.
Yes, it's June.
Yeah.
I'm good. So
June is the 6th month, right?
yes. At the end of this month, we'll be at the middle of the year.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had a Facebook and Instagram live session. It was really fun. I did like a goal-setting crash course for people. We tend to set our goals every year, but like we don't go over it and break it down into smaller chunks that we can achieve. So I just sort of reminded people to set their goals for the month of June. And this doesn't happen to me every month, but this month I just felt I did this program, Salt Online with Jumoke Adenowo, and it's very, very spiritually like, the salt of the earth, you should connect with your purpose, all those kind of good reminder. And I've been feeling very, very connected in my spirit. So
We can feel that.
that was how I was now praying ahead for the month. And, a word dropped in my spirit that this is a month of opportunities, that when many others are seeing, feeling, and lamenting about challenges, those that believe would see the opportunities amidst all the challenges we're facing. And for me, that's what I want to see. That's what I want everybody around me to see, opportunities.
Awesome,
Great.
awesome.
Please be informing us so that we can be...
So can we tap into those things quickly?
Yes, now. I'm sure we good. But good. Well done, well done.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Obia Jolo?
I'm doing amazing. So yesterday I had to sort out the books for the remaining part of the year for my book club, BC and Brains book club. And I realized that we've been doing a lot of foreign books. Some of the members of the book club are abroad. So even if I say, let's take Nigerian books, they may not be able to get it since some of our authors do not have e-copies. No, they have
Okada books.
Okada books. We can get Nigerian books there. So I'm looking to what 2021 is almost gone. So by next year, we're going to be doing strictly Nigerian books. So let's enjoy our Oyibo books for now and everything. But the Oyibo books actually have helped. The businesses I started today, I learned from those books. So, but I want us to get connected to
many
Nigerian stories.
Many.
I know.
But the soft copy might be the challenge, but hard copy,
they
there
can
are
get
many
it.
stories that many
And
books.
see, I'm doing my master's in Pan Atlantic University, and it's so relatable. Like the content is so Nigerian.
Yeah.
And I know somebody in my class who's done an international master's, and she's like, it's nothing like this. It's two different worlds.
It depends.
The techniques are different, but because the examples they use, they tell you the products you see, how it grew, what the challenges they had, the Nigerian story, or how the challenges, how they were to beat the markets, all the various channels across
It's like
the
when I read books on real estate, it's different.
So you do an international MBA, great, but you now come home to start a business. And
then
you have to
government.
challenging
Real life,
what's going to happen. So
But that's why you should apply the knowledge you've gotten, that application. So if you know how to apply,
it's different in this country.
The laws are different.
for laws, when
There's
it comes to the
there's an
laws.
assumption that everybody
The
knows it.
attitude is different. It's not just laws. Attitude too is different.
Mariam, we missed you.
I miss you guys so much. I've missed you guys
To
too.
have you back.
Thank you,
A whole
thank
week
you.
and one day.
I'm doing much better. It was good that I took some time off, really. I think it was not just a body breaking down, I think mentally as well. So it was good to refresh, and I needed that break. And the children were happy to wake up to see me and come back and see me. So yes, that worked. So thank you. And I really miss you guys too.
Were you watching us?
Yes. I was watching.
Good.
Very impressed. And then, of course, congratulations on the 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, talking to all of us and to you, especially Mariah. Well done. And that what you have started, it will be far-reaching, much bigger than you even imagine, and that younger generations to come will learn from this and use it and even be bigger because of a seed that you have sown. Well done.
On that note, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
We're going to start with the nation. It's 2-week ultimatum for bankers to declare assets. Middle Belt North disagree on secession calls. Southeast insecurity, ACF issues travel advisory. JAM extends UTME registration by 2 weeks. Robbers invade Oyo towns with POS machine. IPOP sit at home turns bloody. And Abiodun's aide to be arraigned in the U.S. by June 8th. Let's start with the bankers. What happened? Who has that major story?
So the chairman of the EFCC, Abdul Rashid Bawa, March 16, had told bankers to prepare for declaration of assets by the end of the month. So he said that the CEOs and employees of banks have just 2 weeks now to declare their assets or risk 10-year jail term if found guilty by the court of law. I said they are going to be declaring this in compliance with the Declaration of Assets Act 1986, and the application of the law actually begins today. They are also saying that they are going to trace suspected assets not just to the bankers themselves, but to their parents, spouses, children, and associates of the bank workers. That after the declaration of the forms, the forms will be submitted to EFCC and it will be verified, and they require nothing less than full disclosure of the assets.
So Abiodun's aide, Abidemi Rufai, who's now suspended, will be facing the full trial on the 8th of June. We've been following the case. He was being arraigned, and the the grand jury have convicted that he should go ahead with the trial. He's been found involved in conspiracy, wire fraud, and aggravated identity theft because he used stolen identity to steal $350,000 in unemployment benefits from Washington State Employment Security Department. And so right now we're waiting for the case to take place on the 8th of June, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Let's talk about JAM.
Yes, JAM. So JAM is again extending registration for candidates who can show proof, genuine, valid proof that they were unable to register just before the deadline, which was on May 29th. So it has extended it by another 2 weeks. So it will be from May 31st, which was yesterday, till June 15th. And it just gave a few things that they should try to get done. Asked all those who were unable to register to go to any JAM office, JAM-owned professional test centers, PTCs across the nation, to obtain at no cost and complete a form which is made available to candidates with genuine reasons for missing the registration, submit the test for the reading test and application, a certified bank draft of 4,000 in favor of JAM, submit the completed form with a recent passport photograph at the same office of collection, collect a copy of the reading test, and await further directives. So for those who can show genuine proof of the reasons why they could not register, you have till 2 weeks to follow these guidelines and get registered.
Moving on quickly now to the Punch. Killing fields, Ebonyi herdsmen killings rise to 52. Niger bandits kill 16. San, others berate Buhari's regime for attack on Showore. Man promises Ogun woman in search of shop assistant rapes her. Sanwo-Olu asks FG to fund Lagos Badagry Highway reconstruction. Businessman kicks as guard arrested for murder dies in police custody. Wike ex-commissioner exchange hot words on TV program. I read that. Gunmen rob 25 Oyo Estate households, steal money from POS machine. And Jusen plots to stop judgment delivery in Supreme Court appeal courts. Okay.
Let me take a human interest story.
Yes,
so
please.
This very wicked man, a 42-year-old man, John Daniel, met a 30-year-old lady in Ogun State. She was looking for a shop, a container to rent so she can have a shop. And then he said, oh, I know one that has been kept in my custody. The owner, come with me so that we can meet the owner. He takes her to his house, asked her to sit in his living room, and said he was coming. Next thing she knows, he locks the door and brings out a bottle and a screwdriver and threatens her. He beats her mercilessly, she alleges, and then went ahead and raped her. Thankfully, she was able to report this, and the police quickly investigated it. He confessed. They found the weapons that he used to beat her. That's the screwdriver and the bottle, and he has been arrested. So that's good news on how it ended. But you see the wickedness of men. This is a woman out there trying to look for something good to do, and then you come out of nowhere with your wickedness and look at what you have done.
Who has the Showore story?
No, I don't. I have another human interest story.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so a businessman, Oluwaseun Adegoke, has lamented the death of one of his security guards, Shola Adeleke, in the custody of the Ogun State Police Command. So what happened was that they found a corpse where he owns a farm. The businessman owns a farm, and they found a corpse very close to the farm. and then he reported the matter to the police. So he told his manager, his farm manager, and the security guards to ensure that the police carry out their investigations and offer help to the police anyhow they need it. So they started the investigation, the questioning. The police officer, I think he mentioned the name of the police officer in charge, Abdullahi Ahmed, asked the farm manager to leave the room and then continued questioning the security. At the end of the day, arrested them. So while they were in custody, a few weeks later, one of them died, and the man is complaining. So he said the line of questioning actually changed because he saw that the man was writing the statements for these security officials and telling them to claim that they were giving guns to protect the farm, aside from just sticks. So he got his lawyer involved, that this is not what happened. After everything, somebody died in police custody. The police now released the remaining security officials, and he's been saying that, okay, so where's the corpse that you claimed died close to my farm? The police said they have buried the corpse. So you can't be investigating a corpse that has been buried already. So it's like something is not right. Yeah.
Let me take Showore, come to you, Sanwo-Olu's story, the other story.
No, I'll take the drama, the wicked drama.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The Sanwo-Olu too, the Showore too is also drama. So please, let me take that one first, because the senior advocate of Nigeria, Ebolu Adegborowa, has condemned the alleged shooting of human rights activist Showore, and he said very clearly that the target of criminal prosecution on account of his non-violence campaign for good governance and accountability is very wrong. And but the police, contrary, said that they restored calm to the Unity Fountain attempted group of protesters who tried to incite public disturbance. I don't know how protest becomes inciting of public disturbance, but he was saying that the lawyer specifically was saying that he urges all Nigerians and indeed the international community to hold the government of our president responsible if anything should happen to Mr. Showore. So that's so according to Showore, he was shot. According to police, they restored calm and there was nothing like that. Okay,
so
let's talk about the drama that happened with Governor Wike.
So Governor Wike and his ex-commissioner were both on a TV program, Politics Today, on channels, and there was an exchange that ended. The program ended abruptly because they both went into a fight. Into a war of words. The commissioner, the ex-commissioner, attacked the governor, saying that he cannot believe that such thuggery is in the position. Such a thug is in the position of power. And his words were like, he said, sometimes you will be baffled that if an enlightened and educated mind, the way he carries, if he's enlightened and educated, the way he carries himself, he forgets that he holds the exalted office of the governor. And the governor replied that, so you served a thug for 4 years until the thug decided not to re-employ you as a commissioner. Then you decant to another party and you're now calling the person a thug. When there's bad blood in politics, you tend to see the true side of these political leaders, which is not so good. But we want there to be more conflict so that we can see the true color, and then Nigerians can vote for who they believe.
We don't want more conflict. Please, we need them to be able to
civilly
address their issues, please.
Let's go on.
People are watching.
We go to the front. We continue the front page. Stay with us, Rebecca.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Making the incredible affordable.
He's falling sick so frequently, either fever or stomachache. I keep him away from junk food.
She also feeds me apples. She says an apple a day keeps If you want to keep germs away, then also wash your hands regularly with Dettol soap.
Meaning?
Germs and disease spread through the hand also. For this, use Dettol soap. Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
In my house, we may look alike, but we are very different individuals. Everybody believes their way is best. That's why Golden Penny Pasta is our favorite meal.
Golden Penny Pasta, made with durum wheat, is tasty, nutritious, a source of protein and fiber, and non-sticky. So you can cook, serve, and eat your pasta just the way you like it. With Golden Penny Pasta, your way is best.
Working out can be exhausting, but I know just what to reach for when my team needs replenishment. I just want to relax and enjoy myself at home. That means it's me, my favorite movie, and my favorite yogurt. Hollandia yogurt comes in 2 variants, plain sweetened and strawberry. Wholesome nourishment from your favorite brand.
Like every mother, I'm worried about dangerous insects, especially mosquitoes, which spread diseases like malaria to my loved ones. This year, I'm not afraid. I'm using New Mortein Insta-Kill. New Mortein Insta-Kill's improved formulation knocks down mosquitoes 2 times faster. Not even a single mosquito is spared because even one mosquito bite can cause malaria. Mortein Insta knocks down mosquitoes 2 times faster.
We're starting the happiness movement with Molfix.
For baby's happiness, it is important to choose a dry diaper because with a dry diaper, babies do not have rash and are comfortable.
Nigeria's #1 choice of mothers, Molfix Air Dry, has the dryness all the mothers dream of because it's ultra absorbent and ultra breathable, so it stays dry and does not leak. Our babies do not have rash. Come on, mothers, try Molfix and join our happiness movement.
To join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains remover. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergent and bleach.
Wow!
Thanks for staying with us. So, before we move on to the Tribune, you want to take the story?
The governor of Lagos State, while receiving members of the House of Representatives on Works and the chairman of the committee, led by Abubakar Kabir Abubakar, the GOTV to Lagos, appealed to the federal government to take up the Badagry Highway, Lagos-Badagry Highway. He's saying that many Nigerians are going through untold hardship, that he is aware that there isn't, I'm aware that doesn't have sufficient funding, and this is an international gateway into the country from Togo, Ghana, Benin. And this is the way they come in, and that road is under construction, and there isn't enough funding to finish the construction. So he's appealing that the House of Representatives push the federal government to fund the completion of that road.
Moving on now to the Nigerian Tribune, let's find a story. Gulak, northern governors warn against politicization of the killings. Empty streets in southeast states as IPOP sit-at-home order takes effect. Don't scrap NYSC, Sultan tells FG. On is set to hold first World Yoruba Carnival of Arts and Culture. Buhari appoints Kinjigbe Special Envoy to Chad and Lake Chad Basin region. Scientists successfully test cancer-killing drug that may replace chemotherapy. And Nigeria needs brand new constitution, says Afenifere. Okay, Mariam, want to start with the NYSC story, or?
Okay. Should I go with the Afenifere?
Who wants to go with it?
So yes, the Sultan of Sokoto, Ahmed Sahad Abubakar, has called on the federal government not to think of scrapping. He did this when he received the Batch A Stream 2 members currently undergoing orientation. He explained that the NYSC was established to further unity And he noted that the scheme is needed now more than ever in Nigeria because Nigeria is so divided between ethnicity and religious background, and is welcoming those that are coming to Sokoto that they should be comfortable. It's the most peaceful state in Nigeria. He's looking forward. He urges them to be security conscious while staying in Sokoto, and they should know that the security challenges now happens all over the world and that we have a bit of our own share. They should not keep late nights. If they have any challenges, they should contact their district head because they are like your fathers and guardians. That's his admonition to the NYC.
Scientists. Okay, so researchers at the University of Edinburgh have said that they have successfully tested a drug, a Trojan horse drug, which can kill cancer and bacterial cells without damaging the nearby organs. And they said there's the way they do it, which is they feed these cancer cells directly, and then it destroys them. But there will need to be more research to be done to see if it is safe and swift and can be used for early-stage cancer treatment. And if it is so, that means it's good news for many people across the world. I mean, for everyone actually across the world, if you can safely treat.
Yes, so the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Group Afenifere made a case for a new constitution, saying that the 1999 constitution was a fraud. And they also said that the constitution needs to be agreed by the different nationalities. So everybody needs to come out. They have a right to choose how they want to be governed. They have a right to their sovereignty, and they are supposed to, bring their own quota together to come together and make it more like everybody contributing, so that one ethnic group does not lord it over the other ethnic group. They said that the Yoruba people are not afraid to be called for, fighting for restructuring, because they have been people who have always fought for the unity of Nigeria. Give some other stories alluding to that. And they also said that when we have a new constitution, that amending the constitution is more like a waste of time because it's a unitary constitution. When we have a new constitution, people will, it will help remove all the agitations that we have. There was something they mentioned that was quite interesting. Afenifere speaking. Yes, so they said that ethnic nationalities in the country should be encouraged to prepare their documents on terms of engagement between now and December 2021. Right. The documents from the nationalities in which they propose the kind of regional government they want to form to be collated and considered between January and March 2022. Right. The product of the process then produce the document that will become the Constitution of the United Regions of Nigeria or Federal Republic of Nigeria, and everything should be ready in October 1st. So it becomes effective October 1st, 2022. This is the first time I'm seeing. So we hear like a lot of people say, yes, we want restructuring and what. So now they have listed out how they want it to be done. And I think it makes a lot of sense.
There are no gray areas.
Yes.
Clear on exactly
what they want.
What they want. All right, moving on to Daily Sun. Police nab Gulak's killers, injure 10 suspects. Sit-at-home order cripples Southeast as about others. Customs goes after private jet owners. Traders injured as explosion rocks markets in rivers. Ebonyi on red alert over Benue killings. And not going back on agitation for Yoruba nation, says Gani Adams. Okay, let's start with I had the story on Gulak's killers. I mean, we had that story that let me see if I can find it here. So, looking for the spokesperson Bala Elkanah of the Police Intelligence Response said that the suspects were traced to Afo Junction in Mbise, where Mbise, thank you, where they were said to be busy giving protection to some hoodlums who were stealing onions, and that's where they zeroed in on them, shot about a few of them, and arrested about 4. So we're hoping that proper investigation will be carried out, and then we'll be able to trace exactly where these these hoodlums came from. And why where he was assassinated. Okay, I was going to take the story also. The customs are saying that private jet owners, they're saying that they're going to need private jet owners to come to verify their documentation with the customs, and they're asking them to come to their office. In fact, I like the fact that they even give them the dates. I'm looking for the story here. They said that room 307, 305, they gave them the address between, I think, June 7th, and July is 1 month. Come, your representative should come, and I'm also announcing on their behalf. If you own a private jet in this country, the customs are calling you for a meeting to show that you have verification to carry out you
have license to carry
you have a
out.
license to carry out your duties. So if you don't, because right now they're going to be tasking those who have not done proper registration, and then it's also part of the
revenue generation, because I think anybody that can fly a private jet should be made to pay more.
Yes.
A lot of our
the rich
leaders,
takes
yes,
care of the poor.
Exactly.
Okay, is there another story, son?
Sit at home.
Yes.
So the sit at home was actually, I would say, quite effective, because a lot of the states complied, even states that were not had never partook of it complied. But at the end of the day, it became bloody. So they said there were a lot of people that were killed. We had policemen from different states in Enugu, in Onitsha, different places lying in the pool of their own blood. They said they also had suspected IPOB members that were also killed. So it just, the Southeast right now, it's really like a hotbed. I really don't know what is happening. I think it's time for us to really sit down and have a conversation. How do we go from here? Basically the story.
Let's move on to Vanguard. Good luck, iPhone, to wish him safe journey home, says son. Amnesty International reacts as police allegedly shot Shore in Abuja. Apapa gridlock, how NPA LASMA police others frustrate e-collab system. Don't join in beating drums for war. Nigeria's breakup Ganduje begs editors. 2023, why I'll run again, says Mogalu. Biafra Day, businesses shut as Southeast records total lockdown. Wake up, Nigeria in precipice, Afenifere Ohaneze tells Buhari. And produce your asset form or go to jail, EFCC warns bank owners and workers. I mean, Gulag's murder is such a horrible story. Says his son was saying that it was an emo for the constitutional review that many of the senators across the country were part of. And it's really quite painful that this happened. Same thing with the judge.
That judge, I can't understand. There's so much going on. We need leadership. Huge, as in like visible leadership. Someone that will rally everybody together and raise a banner of hope for Nigerians. But there's so much going wrong in this country right now.
Yeah. So, but in Kano State, the governor Abdullahi Ganduje, during the biennial convention of NGE, that's the Nigerian Guild of Editors, he was just, appealing to journalists and those in the media. It says it's important that at this time we should use the media for the promotion of peace and stability and change the viewpoints that could alter public views and sentiment toward a peaceful resolution of our multifaceted current crisis. If and only if we as a nation are interested in peace and harmony, we must reject hate propaganda machinery. It is time editors should be conflict sensitive about our nation. And he says really also the media is one of the freest globally, that's the Nigerian media, and that with free speech also comes responsibility. So we should be careful in the way the words that are being used in the media, how we interpret things in the media, the things that we say, not to incite the polity.
So remember, we had him on the show when he declared the last election, and now he has declared again that he's going to run. That's Kingsley Mogalu, who was a candidate in the last presidential election, says he's going to come back and run for election, saying that he has a dream for Nigeria. Says he has a swag theme for his election. That's security for all Nigerians, war against poverty, and skill acquisition for young people, accelerated education and healthcare reform, and good governance. That's what he calls his swag team. And he's saying that this is necessary that he speaks up now because there's a lot of things going wrong, and that, in his words, National Assembly must now pass into law with no further delay the necessary electoral reforms that will make democracy yield real dividends for Nigerians. Our vote must count and be counted transparently.
We have to run. But let me take Daily Trust. There's a story there that was interesting. Nigerians battle for drugs as India shuts pharmaceutical companies. Experts warn of anarchy as IPOB locks down Southeast. And Atiku expands business with SAC company bank in Adamawa. You have that story.
Nigerians battle for drugs. So as India shuts pharmaceutical companies, so many Nigerians are really complaining that the prices of drugs have gone high. It's much more expensive to buy drugs, and that cannot be taken away from the fact that India is shut down most of their companies due to the effect of COVID in their country. and it has affected us. We are we know largely dependent on importing drugs. They say 60% of the drugs that are found in our market come from India. And so now with the shutting down of their own companies, it is time that Nigeria, the federal government, look into investing into the petrochemical industry as well as the energy sector, and that those are the things that would come across as incentives for production, for people to come into this industry. We know, we have talked about electricity in so many ways, over and over, how it affects many things, and this is one of the things that's affecting.
Atiku just opened a new company. He actually has a company that currently produces products that need sacks, and he usually imports the sacks from Lagos, thousands of sacks from Lagos. But now he's established a company in Yola that will produce the sacks locally, generating employment for people within Adamawa State in Yola, as well as meet the need of other companies that require sacks for their own production. At the same time, he also opened a microfinance bank, saying that he's putting his resources to empower the people of his state and Nigeria generally.
That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we discuss the plight of people living with disabilities. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust. Try Panadol Caplets. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet absorbs quickly and starts providing fast and effective pain relief you can trust. Try Panadol Caplets.
My son has always dreamt of being in the spotlight. As his mother, it is my duty to help him live up to his dream. That's why I give him Born Vita every day, which contains iron, zinc, and vitamin C that supports his immunity and gives him the strength to pursue his dreams. Born Vita, strength to dream.
He's falling sick so frequently, either fever or stomachache. I keep him away from junk food.
She also feeds me apples. She says an apple a day keeps...
If you want to keep germs away, then also wash your hands regularly with Dettol soap.
Meaning?
Germs and disease spread through the hand also. For this, use Dettol soap. Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
We're starting the happiness movement with Molfix.
For baby's happiness, it is important to choose a dry diaper because with a dry diaper, babies do not have rash and are comfortable.
Nigeria's #1 choice of mothers, Molfix Air Dry, has the dryness all the mothers dream of because it's ultra absorbent and ultra breathable, so it stays dry and does not leak. Our babies do not have rash. Come on, mothers, try Molfix and join our happiness movement.
Bye. Bye.
Don't worry, dear. I'll take care of it. How do you manage to keep your fabric so white? Wow! And how do you manage to keep your house this clean?
I always use Hypo to make our white clothes whiter and to keep our home clean and germ-free.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your home free of illness causing viruses and germs with the disinfecting power of Hypo Bleach.
Like every mother, I'm worried about dangerous insects, especially mosquitoes, which spread diseases like malaria to my loved ones. This year, I'm not afraid. I'm using new Mortein Insta-Kill. New Mortein Insta-Kill's improved formulation knocks down mosquitoes 2 times faster. Not even a single mosquito is spared because even one mosquito bite can cause malaria. Mortein Insta knocks down mosquitoes 2 times faster.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains remover. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergent and bleach.
Wow!
Guys, we can't leave. We've got to finish the client's order tonight.
This time?
How about some top tea to cheer us up?
Only one bag of top tea makes 2 strong cups, so taste to know more flavor, enjoyment, friendship, and upliftment.
Wow, this looks gorgeous. Beautiful.
Taste to know. Top tea.
Thanks for staying with us. So according to reports, the 5 most common types of diabetes, disabilities actually, in Nigeria are visual impairment, hearing impairment, physical impairment, intellectual impairment, and communication impairment. Many of them face a number of human rights abuses, including stigma, discrimination, violence, and lack of access to healthcare, housing, and education. Joining us on the show is a broadcast journalist, sound engineer, public speaker, and a gender and disability rights advocate, Oluwatomisin Adeyefa. Welcome to the show, madam.
Thank you very much for
Good to
having
have
me.
you. To join the conversation, you can call us on 081-270-53687, also 091-390-76948. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. Thank you for joining us again. So we always like to review the plights of people living with disabilities in the country, because we know that even our president recently signed a bill into law in January. We're hoping that things have changed. In your view, are you beginning to see changes? Yes, some policies changing, but have you started seeing implementation on the sides of Nigeria, on the parts of Nigerians?
When it comes to implementation, the implementation hasn't started proper. In fact, we still have a very long way to go when it comes to plight of persons with disabilities in Nigeria. And then I'm hoping that at the expiration of the 5 years train course set by the presidency, you know, they will begin to enforce the act, and then we can move on from there. But to say implementation, wow, we still have a very long way to go.
What do you think can be, what advice, I guess, can we give towards encouraging proper implementation of these policies? What can we encourage, not just government, but individuals, you know, that we interact with that can help towards implementation of these?
Okay, so like you said, it's not just about the government, it's about you and I, it's about the media, it's about parents, it's about friends, it's about the society, it's about institutions and all of that. So it means that all of us must come together to see that persons with disabilities are humans, you know, and they should be treated as such. Immediately we have that at the back of our mind, implementation will come smoothly. In a case where you have the government is saying, okay, we have an act, we have a law protecting persons with disabilities, and some private institutions will still be doing their own at the side, you know, against that law and cutting corners just to say, okay, we don't have these provisions, we can't make these provisions here and there and all of that. So it means that we all must play our part right from the beginning, the family, friends, the society, the church, the mosque, religious organizations, institutions, education. Everybody must play their part. And it is easy if only we begin to see persons with disabilities as human that they are.
Okay, so for me, I think that sometimes I see the government's approach towards many change they want to achieve very autocratic and dictatorial. Like, oh, this is the law. You must have access way for persons with disability. You must do this. You have between this and this to do it. How about we follow the approach of love and genuine care, where the campaign is to make everybody feel like I'm my brother's keeper, and if there is someone around me who is a a person with any disability, I should take that ownership of that person. Wouldn't that be a better approach to galvanize the change that persons with disability need beyond canvassing for, let's make it compulsory for all companies to employ these people, fiat?
Like I said earlier, I said it takes you and I to begin to see persons with disabilities as humans. You know, when we begin to see them as human, definitely you will love a human being like yourself. You will care for someone that you consider a human being like yourself. You treat that person with respect, with dignity, with, you know, utmost love at the end of the day. So it's just that in a place where you do not have a law, sin abounds. So I think the law is just to put us in check as humans that we are. Because if there is no law, if there is no guiding principle, we tend to fall short of those acts that we are supposed to enforce.
Right, go ahead.
So, you know, I'm in the educational space, and one of the things that UNICEF and other international bodies have advocated for a while now is inclusive education for young children, so that in the typical classroom, even if you have persons with disabilities, you're able to mend your curriculum in such a way that you handle everybody. But I worry that even when we do that in education, the society is not prepared to handle them when they come out of school. Now, what sort of advocacy do you think a lot of us need to take up? How do we start, creating awareness that people with disabilities, they may have those disabilities, but it doesn't stop them from truly living their lives. How best do you think we can push this message out there?
Okay, like what I'm currently doing now, we are campaigning against disability-based violence. We are saying that persons with disabilities, apart from their gender, they are also susceptible to being violated, being abused based on their disability. So we say that any kind of abuse, any kind of violence you mete out to anyone based on their disabilities, disability-based violence, it means that, whatever you do, contrary to what you should do to a human being, you have violated that person. So if a child, for instance, is being deprived of access to education, or you want to enroll a child with disability in school and that child is being deprived, that child is not allowed to participate like his or her peers, it's a kind of violence, and it could have effect on that child. It could have effect on that child. It could make the child develop psychological trauma. And you'll notice that so many persons with disabilities are out there going through one form of emotional stress, emotional trauma or the other. It is bad that you have a disability, a part of your body is not functioning as it should function. It is worse now when people begin to discriminate against you, when people begin to violate you, emotionally abuse you because of your disability.
Right. There's always that thin line, which I'd like you to help us address. Because people want to support those living with disability. But there's always that thin line of, am I patronizing or am I pitying? And people don't want to feel like, don't pity me because I'm normal. But at the same time, I also want to consider the fact that you may not have ability in this area. So where do we draw that line? How do people work with people living with disability better such that they don't feel pity?
Okay, let me paint a scenario to you. I got to K2 this morning and, I want to get in a pep down here. And somebody approaches me and said, hey, sorry, okay, what do you want? That scenario is pity. Now, if someone approached me and said, hello, please, where are you going? Do you want to cross the road? Do you want to... That scenario is empathy. The person has, differentiated between my disability and the fact that I'm a human being that needs assistance. Some of us, even without disability, we need guidance. We need assistance to do certain things. So immediately you take away the disability and see that person as a human being. You are able to relate without, adding this disability, discrimination against it. So it's always safe to say that as much as there's a thin line between sympathy and empathy, we all can empathize if we truly want to empathize. Right. And we can, pity people when we truly want to say, it's a pity.
I think that, at least both are still better than not understanding
discrimination.
Discrimination. But I also feel that maybe we should catch people young. Maybe when we reach out to children, from when you're small, you're already made to understand these people are human beings and they need your empathy, not pity. They don't need you to look down on them, but you should support them in every way you can. We can encourage that culture from ground up.
Right. Let me go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Different groove, we dey now we get the vibe, yo. Enjoyment, celebration, na.
Think Chapman, drink smooth.
Like every mother, I'm worried about dangerous insects, especially mosquitoes, which spread diseases like malaria to my loved ones. This year, I'm not afraid. I'm using New Mortein Insta-Kill. New Mortein Insta-Kill's improved formulation knocks down mosquitoes 2 times faster. Not even a single mosquito is spared because even one mosquito bite can cause malaria. Mortein Insta knocks down mosquitoes 2 times faster.
What's the difference between regular data and MTN data? I'll show you. With regular data, you get this. But with MTN data, you get moved right into the action like this. And this. And this. And this. With MTN data, you don't just get more, you experience more. Need loads of data to live your dream? Turn it up on MTN, the reliable data network.
Place and it brighten, make everybody be wonder. Waiting because all the shine. Lush hair, long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair, gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly, you know they tango. Lie, gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
I just want flex, don't need stress in my life. Avoid the yawa, I no want queue for the bank. Sharp, I don't open an account. Digital bank, we get the power, now vote. I pay my bills easily, I'm running things like a boss. Collect a loan with no collateral. Vault is the way. Vault is the answer. From Polaris Bank. Vault is the answer. Vault is the way.
Take control. Download Vault by Polaris Bank.
That's VULTE. Visit the Google Play Store or Apple Store now. Vault is available to Polaris and non-Polaris Bank customers. Vault by Polaris Bank.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains remover. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergent and bleach.
Wow!
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so before we break, I think Mariam had a question.
Yes. So I know we're talking about empathy and sympathy, and Toko mentioned something that is better than discrimination anyway, but I think what is even better than empathy or sympathy is just to have things working so that people living with disabilities can live a dignified life. So if you were to give us like a scorecard in Nigeria, what would you say our score is? And if there's any, and is there anything in particular that we're doing right for now and that we can work towards? I know there's so many things that are wrong right now, but is there anything that as a country we're doing right, or or in Lagos State that is doing right towards, and then if we can put our attention there and see how it's done, we can replicate it in the other places as well?
Okay. So let me pick Lagos State as a case study here. I think fair enough, Lagos State, I will give them a 6/10. And I'll give them a 6/10 because, you know, there's an office responsible that is saddled with the responsibility of, you know, having the issues of persons with disabilities brought forward to the executive and legislature, which is the Lagos State Office for Persons with Disabilities. And the governor is, you know, intimate with that office, is always looking for ways to make sure that persons with disabilities are given an opportunity. They're given equal opportunity here in Lagos State. You know, we've had cases of the governor releasing grants, the governor, you know, giving opportunity for employment for persons with disabilities, and he's doing so much more. Right. But a lot still needs to be done, and it also begins with our own orientation as a people. You know, how do we lift the burden of emotional stress, the burden of psychological trauma off this person, so that when the governor is giving you grants to do a business, you will do that business as a person with disability and you will thrive. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it also begins with we not discriminating, we giving equal access, equal opportunity, equity, yes, because we can be equal and not equitable at the end of the day. So equity is the right word to say that, okay, if I'm building a complex, for instance, I have to make sure that I provide access for persons with disabilities to be able to come into that complex, perhaps rent a shop, perhaps, you know, do business, buy and sell in that same space and not feel, you know, left out or secluded of that arena.
Let's talk about your personal story for a bit, because I believe that if we have people coming up to share their stories, it will open the eyes of Nigerians to see where they can fit in to support you. You are a very intelligent, beautiful woman.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what sort of help did you get along your journey? You're a broadcast journalist. What sort of help did you get along your journey? How did people support your journey, your school? Can you give us a bit of that?
Okay. I got blind in 2009. February 2009, and after I got blind, I remember the consultant who attended to me, you know, at the last minute after I lost my sight said, okay, there is a school for the blind, he could refer me to, and I could go there. I went to the school. It's a primary school in Surulere, the Pacheli School for the Blind, but I was way above the age they could admit as a student. So I got turned back and we started looking for information. And this is where a lot of things still needs to be done in Nigeria. Information is not all that out. I can tell you that there are 1,000,001 children who are still being locked up in their houses, who their parents are still locking them up somewhere because they don't know where to take them to. They don't know who to turn to for help when it comes to persons with disabilities. As a matter of fact, in some cultures, you don't come out and say your child has a disability.
Yeah.
It's a shame on the family. It's something that brings condemnation on the family. It's like the gods have cursed you and you have done something grievous. So it is easy for those parents to just lock up those children and maltreat them. Some children are being beaten day and night because they are of a disability, which of course it's not their fault. It's not even their doing. If they were to choose differently, they would say, they wouldn't want to be a child with a disability. So we started asking around, we started asking, and we got the information that, okay, the federal government has an institution here in Lagos. And that's the only institution that serves as a vocational training center built by the federal government of Nigeria to cater for blind persons in Nigeria.
The entire country?
Yes, that's the only federal government vocational training center for visually impaired persons in Nigeria. Wow. So what we did was, what they do in that institution is they have a quota from each state. So for instance, each state is to bring 3 students, visually impaired trainees, to come train, learn how to read Braille, learn typewriting, learn how to farm, learn how to make art and craft and all of those things. So I had to go back to my state of origin, which is Osun State, and I had to go there and, ask to be referred to that institution, which I eventually
I come in, I sit on the disability point, I get to school, because by the time I get to school, my schoolmates are already there. They help me into the campus and I begin to wheel myself. So I understand what you mean, that society hasn't totally accepted and we need to begin to use this platform to let Nigerians understand that we must empathize and be there to help those who are living with disability. But thank you very much, madam.
Thank you
for coming to the
much.
show. We hope. Is there anything you're working on that you would like us to know about?
Yes. We're working on the Amplifying Voices project, which is, sensitizing the public and persons with disabilities that disability-based violence, emotional violence, psychological violence, such as name-calling, body shaming, discrimination, beating, all of those things contribute to the emotional strength of a person with disability. And then we all must come together to make sure that the disability-based violence we're talking about is brought to the barest minimum. The truth is, see a person with disability as a human.
Passionate about their dreams. Shine, my people, shine. Speaking of champions, the word serious is Greek. It means to glow. Coincidence? No way. Glow? A halo.
He's falling sick so frequently, either fever or stomachache. I keep him away from junk food.